has brought in a youngster that's going to play for us in just a little bit, and we'll talk to them. But last night was your Nashua Community Music School's open house, and I thought that from what I saw anyway, enough. Were you satisfied with this?
Oh yeah, it was a great turnout. We had a bunch of different families, students of all ages coming to check out all of our activities. We had a bunch of free trial classes. We had an instrument petting zoo, which is always super fun. And what that is, just to clarify, is we don't have animals. We have all of our instruments in the whole school, and we lay them out on different tables, and we have different musicians side by side helping people try instruments that maybe they've never had the opportunity to touch or play before. Mm-hmm. So you can kind of really explore what you might be interested in. So it's really great because, whether you're an adult or whether you're 3 years old, the first time you touch a trombone or a violin, it's exciting.
Yes, it is.
So I know you liked all our guitars. You were seeing some of the guitars that were donated.
I was really impressed with, I don't even know if it's called that today, the xylophone.
Yeah.
Is that what it's still called?
So a xylophone is made of wood. What we have last night that was on display was called a vibraphone.
Okay.
So the difference is that a vibraphone is plugged in and is made of metal.
Yeah.
And actually that was a very generous donation to the school as well.
What a beautiful instrument. You really have to develop a technique on it because you're basically unbracing the tone of the metal pipe that you do hit from releasing it almost like a pedal on a piano.
And there's actually a pedal on the vibraphone too.
That's what that can increase the sustainability of the note or not, and depending on how you want to make it sound, you have to use your foot to do that. So it was very interesting.
And the thing that's really cool is that with the xylophone, you usually only use one mallet in each hand. When you play a vibraphone, really good vibraphone players will sometimes play with 2 mallets per hand or 3 mallets per hand, so 6 mallets playing.
Impressive,
like this.
Very impressive. Lots of great instruments there and plenty of room. I like it. Everybody's got room to learn. Each room is separate for the instrument that they are learning. I was very impressed with the file cabinet with the thousands of musical scores that were donated to the music school that people could just go and grab and read.
That's right. One of the things that was so exciting about this year's open house is that we were able to debut the Nashua Community Music School Annex. So we were so fortunate to be able to add additional space to our facility this year. And in that new facility, we have a community music library that was donated from a multitude of generous individuals in the area, a big donation from Riviera University. Thank you again. And basically what that's going to do, it makes sheet music available from all instruments under the sun to be available just like a library, a loaning process. So and students, teachers, and families can
expanded. You have a new room?
Oh, yeah. So we have, in addition to the music library, we've created a whole drum studio in our new extended space, as well as a piano lab for all of our group piano classes. I had that kid playing the drums
last night in less than 3 minutes. The kid was playing drums that I had in there last night.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a check.
You did say you were very expensive for those services.
Absolutely. His mother's going to hate me now because that kid's going to want a drum kit at the house. It's good. It's very good. I'm very happy, and I'm glad that the people are coming out and the word's starting to spread that they can learn music at the Nashua Community Music School.
Yeah.
You have a ton of stuff coming up here, man.
We do.
We have a 3-week class for seniors. And what's a senior? You're talking about seniors and
so like
seniors?
Adults over 50.
Okay.
Adults over 50 is considered seniors by the Nashua Senior Center standard. So
I know all about it.
So the Nashua
Alyssa, do you know how to play an instrument?
I don't. I can dabble a little bit with piano, but that's about it.
She sings.
Nice. Very nice.
All right, so this is going to be at the Nashua Senior Center at 11 a.m.
On Thursdays.
Thursdays.
Okay.
I
forgot to write that down.
That's okay. Judy does talk about it on Mondays.
Yes. Yeah. So we're really excited about this relationship between the Nashua Community Music School and the Nashua Senior Center. It's kind of our way of trying to bring some more music activities to adults over 50. So we offer piano classes, guitar classes at the Nashua Senior Center, and we do still have a few spaces left in our quick 3-week mini course called How to Read Music. So if you're somebody who has always thought that music was a really cool language and you don't really know the ins and outs, this is being taught by Dr. Karen Luddick. She's an amazing clarinetist at our at the music school, and she's got a great wealth of knowledge to share. And she's really has some interesting stories because she's traveled all over the world. She played with the Singapore Symphony. She's played in the Netherlands just this past summer. She's really an accomplished musician. So if you're interested in learning a little bit on how to read music, or if you're thinking about maybe picking up the piano or guitar, take this how to read music class first. It'll make everything a lot easier.
Lindsay Rinaldi from the Nashua Community Music School. Could you give out your Facebook and website, please?
Sure. Our website is NashuaCMS.org, and if you can find us on Facebook at Nashua CMS.
Does this young lady have Facebook?
I don't know. Do you have a Facebook?
No, but my mom does.
Her mom does, and
Okay.
she did just get a shout out from
All right,
someone on Facebook.
if you tag her, then
You did? That's great.
tag her and we'll put her on there. The Nashua Community Music School group classes will be starting
Next week.
Next week.
Next week in October.
Now, I want everybody to know that amongst you being able to go do this type of stuff on your own today, because you can find videos, there's nothing like sitting down one-on-one with an instructor. You'll learn so much more because they are there to answer your questions on the spot. So that helps out a lot when you are watching a video or trying to do anything online. You don't get that instant feedback, and you do that with an instructor. And of course, the instructors that are over there are very proficient at what they did, and they can get you up and going. That's why you will learn a lot from any one of the introductory classes, and that's enough to let you know if you want to continue.
Absolutely.
Really, which is what you need to do. So there'll be intro to piano and songwriting, intro to singing, flute, choir, and the clarinet ensemble.
That's right.
Starting in October.
Yeah, we're really excited to debut our Intro to Piano and Songwriting and Intro to Piano and Percussion junior classes in our brand new piano lab.
Yeah.
So those are going to be really fun. We also have Intro to Singing Senior and Intro to Singing Junior. So Intro to Singing Junior is for ages 4 to 6, and they always have a different theme and style that they're featuring. Intro to Singing Junior this year is going to be all Disney themed, so we're really excited about that. It's a big seller. So if you have little ones that love singing Frozen running around the house, that is where you want to go, is Intro to Singing Junior. Intro to Singing Seniors for ages 7 to 9, and they're doing a bunch of different things in folk songs this year. So they're doing folk songs from the older generation as well as today's folk songs, which is basically folk music and country music, which will be really awesome. So both of those classes start next week. So you can learn more about those at our website at NashuaCMS.org, or give us a call at 603-881-7030.
That's Lindsay Rinaldi from Nashua Community Music School. Alyssa, how long does this farmer's market go for?
It goes until the second week of October,
All
so
right,
we
so
have just a couple weeks left.
This Sunday from 12 to 2, the Nashua Community Music School students played Nashua's Farmers Market. Have you been doing this throughout the entire Farmers Market?
Yeah, we try to play once a month.
Oh, once a
so
month.
now the performer spots are really hot. Now that the farmers market's right here on Main Street and they close it downtown, we can't get in more than
Yeah, of
once a
course.
month because everybody wants to play. But we're super excited to be able to feature a bunch of our students at the farmers market this weekend from 12 to 2. So if you want to get some veggies, definitely stop by the musician tent and listen to some of our best talent. Many are former musicians of the month, obviously getting their start here on this
they
show.
are. Of
right?
course, thank you, Lindsay. You know how to keep yourself on the radio, I can tell you that. Wednesday, October 10th at 6:30, the Jazz All-State Masterclass with Tori Caruso.
Yeah, so what that is for students who are auditioning for high school New Hampshire All-State Music Festival. There's a Jazz All-State Music Festival that a lot of high school students try to audition and get into. The prize is that they get to sing with a highly auditioned, highly trained choir and a specialist and represent their town from the state of New Hampshire. So Tori Caruso, who's been on the show as well as one of our music faculty, she teaches voice and music therapy, and her background, she's from the Berklee College of Music. She's got a crazy jazz background. Georgia heard her rip it at the fundraiser. This girl can sing. And so she's running a special master class thanks to the generous support of the New Hampshire Charitable Foundation for kids who want to work on their jazz technique. So they learn how to scat, they learn style, they learn improvisation. Tori's going to teach you all that on October 10th at 6:30 p.m.
And on Saturday, October 13th, 2 to 4, Recycled Percussion What's this obstacle course thing?
Obstacle course. So at the Nashua Art Walk, we've got a few different things going on. I forgot to write down the first one. At noon, the Double Necks with Sticks are going to be performing. That's a group that is a guitar duo with a friend of the station, Mike Lochi, and friends. They're going to be performing, representing the school from 12 to 2. On the lawn of the library from 2 to 4 on Saturday, October 13th, is our recycled percussion obstacle course. So
On the lawn where?
On the lawn at the Nashua Public Library. So what that is we have a bunch of different trash cans, buckets, things like that, where you would normally do drumming activities, and we set it up like an obstacle course. So you have to like run through a zigzag of buckets and then play a rhythmic pattern on a trash can, and then you have to like jump over different sets of PVC piping and then play another rhythmic pattern, and it's all a race, it's all time. So kids love it. No experience is necessary, and if that makes no sense to you at all, go to our Nashua Community Music School YouTube page and you can see a video.
This is happening during the Art Walk.
It's happening during the Art Walk. It's a featured activity of the Art Walk. We're so excited to be a part of it. I know the Art Walk's happening October 13th and 14th. Yeah. So we're going to be there all day Saturday.
All right, so the Nashua Community Music School right here in downtown Nashua, another little gem. If you're interested in music for yourself, your children, anyone for that matter, please pay them a visit. She's done a great job, and Lindsay's come a long way with everybody else that's helped us grow. And we do have a musician of the month in the studio here this morning, and it's a little young lady. Her name is Ann. Is it Annie?
I prefer Annie, but you can call me Ann.
I'll call you Annie. Longton, yeah. Longton. 9 years old.
Yep.
And welcome to the radio station here, which I don't think you've ever been on radio before, right?
No.
Okay. Well, I just want to let you know, I get nervous every morning, so don't feel alone.
You certainly don't show it, George.
Yeah, it's weird. It's just a weird feeling, right? But we got a great view.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah,
you can see all the cars below.
Yeah, and the red lights and the rain, and when it's snowing, it's really nice. We put the lights down, we watch the snow fall. Yeah. It's great. And if I'm good all year, around Christmas time, Santa comes in.
Nice.
You know?
Yeah.
And I always look forward to my gifts at that time. So your hometown now is Hollis.
Yeah.
But you're not from Hollis.
No, I'm originally from England.
Where?
London.
London. Do you know that there's a big event going on right now between Europe and the United States in golf? It's called the Ryder Cup, playing live right now in Paris, France. So if you have to have a competition between Europe and here, who you root for?
Well, I kind of like London a bit better.
Okay.
Because I'm just a bit more used to it, and there's so much stuff. And
well, and how long have you been in Hollis?
About a year.
Okay.
Now.
Have you been over to any of the farms and done any apple picking yet?
Yeah, I actually just went yesterday with my friend.
Yeah, it's great. Now, did you start to learn to play the flute in England?
Yes.
Okay. And did you have instructors in England that helped you?
Well, actually at school, I learned how to play the recorder when I was in kindergarten, and then I stopped in second grade, and my teacher taught me how to play the flute at my school.
So you have worked with some instructors at the Nashua Community Music School already, right?
Yeah.
Who's more strict? Over there.
Oh, in London?
Yes.
Well, my teacher, she was quite funny, but sometimes she was a bit strict.
Yes, well, I'm sure that's only helped you get better, right?
Yeah.
All right. So you've been at the Nashua Community School, and you've been there playing for a year, I guess, with the instructor there. And you listen to music. You like music, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So what is it that you do listen to?
Well, I like... I definitely like listening to a different variety of instruments together, so like an orchestra, but I also like pop music a bit.
Yeah. Well, of course we all do. Do you have any aspirations to play anything else besides the flute and the recorder? Or do you have your eyes on another instrument?
Well, not right now, not like a different category, not like clarinet or something else like that.
These people are going to interrupt your show for a second, okay?
Well, they've got very important places to be.
All right. So what did you say?
Well, I'm kind of planning on playing the other types of flutes,
Yeah.
not like completely other instruments.
But you like wind instruments?
Yes.
Yeah. Trombone?
I'm not quite sure about
No.
that, but I could try one day.
Yeah, I'm sure. You've got the talent to do so. All right, so what do you want to play for us here this morning on the flute?
Well, I'm going to be playing Habanera from Carmen.
Okay,
And
very
that's
nice.
that's how she'll start. She's just playing a bunch of different things.
All right.
And then Echo Flute.
Now, do you have any? Did you tell any of your friends that you were going to be on this morning? Because I think that you're not going to school today because you're here, aren't you?
Well, my mom says that I'm going to be going to school after this.
No, your mom. Don't listen to your mom. You're not going to school after this. This is a big day for you. You should go out to breakfast. Tell her you want some blueberry pancakes, right?
Well, if you roll
maybe.
if you roll into school late, you can just be like, "Well, I'm sorry, guys, I was on the radio."
Just
I
use
am a
me.
celebrity.
Just use my. I got you covered.
Yeah, I told everybody in my class that I was going to be on the radio. And
It's still cool.
Yeah.
Do you want to say hello to anybody special? Maybe. Do you
if-
have anybody listening in England this morning? Because it's like 2:00 in the afternoon there right now.
my teacher, Mrs. Rushton, might
Say
be
hello to
listening.
Mrs. Rushton.
Hello.
She could be listening online at WSMN1590.com because we broadcast all over the world today. You know, not just this little studio anymore. Yeah, it's cool. So, and of course, everybody's jealous of you from the Nashua Community Music School because you're the musician of the month, in which it's grown. I think this may be our second year.
This is our third year.
Why aren't you talking into that microphone?
This
You're
is your
a singer.
Sorry, this is your third year.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
So, has it grown? I mean, do
Oh.
the kids get excited about wanting to see if they can be one? I mean,
Oh, 100%.
Has it helped?
A lot of people are really motivated because they'll see the radio show. We always put the clip afterwards in our newsletter.
Good.
And then people say, "Well, how can I go on the radio?"
we've
I said,
actually-
you got to practice.
so it's inspired the kids to do a little bit better than what they might not because there's some incentive.
Absolutely.
Okay, you'll get the bill.
Yeah. Okay.
That's all. I was just trying to clarify that.
All right, all right.
Bob's got the paper and pen over there. Annie, I want to hear you play the flute. I wish I could play an instrument like that. Now, I can only play the stringed instrument, which is a guitar, and I can beat on the drums, but that's it. But I did play a wind instrument when I was young. My parents got me involved in that until I got a little bit older than you and said, I'm not playing that anymore. I want to play the guitar because the guitar is cool, you know? But we're looking forward to... Now, I want you to make yourself comfortable. Do you need to stand up, or can you sit right there and do it?
I could stand up, I think.
Okay, go ahead. We'll just move the microphone towards it.
Yeah, so while Annie's getting set up, I'll just tell you a little bit about her first piece. So it's a tune you'll probably recognize. It's called the Habanera. It's from the opera Carmen. So sometimes when you have famous melodies, a lot of times they are transcribed
That
or
should pick it up.
written for different instruments.
Let's see if that picks
So,
it up the way it
Annie,
is.
if you want to stand, you can stand.
She wants to sit down. She's a rock star. Sit
you
down.
sure?
Relax.
All right.
Take it easy. Nobody's here.
Okay.
You're not going to do any wrong here. Yeah, let me just hear you do a couple of... Why don't you do a couple little exercises so you can warm up? I don't want you to just go raw like that, okay?
Yeah,
trying
you
to
can
help
do
you
like
out
a little
here.
test.
Trying to help you out here. It's beautiful, too. I wish people could see it.
Do you want to just play? Do you want to play an A?
Okay.
Do you own that, or do you rent it?
I own it.
It's beautiful.
You
So
want to
you-
play an A? Good. That's
You're,
great.
You're a
in
little
tune.
flat, Annie. Can you straighten that out a little bit,
Good.
please?
All right.
He's just teething.
You're all right.
You're flat, Annie.
Stop it.
Be nice.
Listen to me. Hey, listen, not only do you own that instrument, you know how to clean it, too, I guess. You have to, right? That's
Because
a
you blow a
lot.
lot of spit in there.
Well, that's technique is to not.
That's right.
Right, well, I guess you learned that. All right, let's hear a little something here from Carmen, from Annie Longton, 9 years old, musician of the month for the Nashua Community Music School. She is from London and now lives in Hollis and has been at the Nashua Community School about a year. All right, let's hear what you got. Do you ever make mistakes?
Sometimes, yeah, when I'm really nervous, but I'm not as nervous now.
You don't look nervous. It's nothing. This is the best place you can play because nobody's watching you.
Yeah.
I mean, don't you think this would be easier than that bunch of people walking? Well, that was flawless for the first thing in the morning. Pull the mic down to yourself. Grab it by the handle and just pull it down. You can tell it takes a lot of practice to do what you did. Put your headphones on. Help her out there. Will you ever listen, please? She's 9. She's 9. She needs a little help now.
Well, one of the things that's really awesome about Annie, I remember when she first came to the Nashua Community Music School about a year ago. I believe her parents contacted us before you guys moved and was like, our daughter loves the flute. We need to make sure we have a really good setup and a really awesome teacher. And the minute that she came to the school and when she started joining some of our flute groups, like our flute choir and our flute academy during the summer, we actually had to lower the age to make sure that Annie could be in the group because she was totally ready, but just younger than most kids when they play at this age.
Yeah, but I mean, it's pretty. You've only been playing that thing for 2 years.
Yeah.
So how much practice do you do?
Well, in London, at my school, there were actually flute lessons. So I would
part of your normal classes.
Well, they would take me out of some lessons during class and then teach me.
Does everybody? Is this part of the schooling in London that everybody learns an instrument? Or do you have to choose it?
You can choose to play an instrument, but I'd say you don't really start the flute at the very beginning. You first have to start the recorder, unlike the violin, where you can start from the very beginning.
Oh, so you must be really good on the recorder. Did you bring it?
No.
What's that thing that we played when we were kids that had the holes in it with the flute? What's that thing called?
That's a recorder.
No, not the recorder. Believe me, it wasn't a recorder. It had a little lip piece with these things on the top. It was a toy, like.
Yeah, that's a recorder.
Yeah.
Oh. There are many different kinds of recorders. So they give.
I think you could eat this one when you were done.
I mean, it was. You could what?
Yeah, you could eat it.
You had
a
candy recorder?
There are such things as people make carrot recorders. I don't know.
I have seen that.
What is it? What do they make?
Carrot recorders.
I told you. You can eat the things when they're done. That's a recorder? Oh, my. I was never good at that thing. Okay. That was flawless, by the way. And I know that anybody who's ever listened to Carmen, that might have sounded a little familiar to you. And is that normally that piece, is that a solo piece within that?
Well, it's actually for the alto flute, but since nobody's here, it's actually it has a piano piece with it, but since nobody's here to play it with me, I just decided.
You didn't tell them over there, hey, listen, I need an alto flute in the morning. No?
No.
All right. Okay, what else would you like to play?
Well, I'm going to be playing echo flute next.
Do you know they make an electric flute?
No.
Yes, they do.
Wow.
Absolutely. Do you know any great flute players?
I'm not very good at that kind of stuff.
No, I'm just picking your brain. That's all.
Yeah.
So you've never heard of a guy's name? You never heard of Ian Anderson?
I think I might have.
Well, we know him as Jethro Tull. You ever hear that guy? He made the flute popular in rock and roll.
Yeah, I think I might have heard his songs.
So
really
all of when he started, of course, he had to use a flute like you're using with a microphone, like we're doing. But now they've got these high-tech electric flutes that are no different than an electric guitar or that unit you were telling me about that are just mind-boggling, you know. And for years there were trouble because the microphone couldn't handle, and it would always distort with those little lapel mics at the end of the. So today, you guys are all set, so you're not missing a thing.
And they're doing that with a lot of instruments now. Not only do they have electric flute, they have electric violin that's being used in a lot of like rap and hip hop stuff. And
electric
really,
harps
really
now,
cool
too.
electric harp for sure.
Whoa.
Wow.
They got flute and hip hop?
Okay, not flute,
I take it
violin,
easy.
electric violin.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's not possible.
Right. I haven't heard that yet. I wouldn't rule it out.
You want to get set up for the second piece you want to play for us this morning?
Okay.
Nashua Community Music School's Musician of the Month, Annie Longton. She's from London, the resident here, Hollis now. Been playing the flute for only 2 years, believe it or not. When you hear her play, she also plays the recorder. She's 9. And what school do you go to?
I go to the Hollis Upper Elementary School.
Okay. I'm going to tell them on the air you're not coming in today. So I got you covered, Andy. Don't worry. You're going to have pancakes, okay? stay home and read or whatever you want to do today. It's a day off. It's Friday. We got you covered today. You're a star today, man. Everybody gets to be a star once. No, you know what's better, though? If you go to school and everybody's high-fiving you. So you better go to school.
Yeah.
I got to go to school after this, too, today, so I hear you.
All right. So what are we playing here now?
So this is Echo Flute by Alan Bullard.
Yeah.
Echo. Is this something we might know?
Probably not.
Okay.
It's a traditional flute tune, but it's not necessarily something that the audience
Have
might
at
know.
it, Annie. Note to hit first thing in the morning, that last note, huh?
Yep.
So, you got any brothers or sisters, Annie?
I have 2 older brothers.
Okay, are they here in Hollis, too?
Yeah, they live in Hollis with us.
Do they play any instruments?
They used to play piano. They both quit, and then one of them decided to play guitar.
See what I'm talking about? It happens to all of us.
Two guitars
Yeah.
at our house. One electric, one classic.
They both play guitar.
No, one of them. And
Okay.
he has 2 of them.
And what's the other one play? Anything?
Nothing.
He's just done. He's just done with it.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
just
it's
done.
funny. Some people like it, some people don't. So do you get a chance to play with him at all? I mean, with the flute?
Well, he isn't as much into his instrument as I am, but he can definitely play the guitar. Yeah.
All right, listen to this, Annie.
Is that the electric flute?
Yes?
Wow.
Well, actually, no, not at this time. This is a microphone flute, just like you're playing. Tell your brother to get better on that guitar. You two guys could be playing this song at the community music school. What do you think about that? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. What?
I think my dad definitely listened to one of these songs by this person. I don't know his name. But
Well, it's for you growing up when I was, it was odd to hear a flute in that type of
Yeah.
style of music. Okay, so he just made it happen.
Yeah.
And I still believe that he may be the only one that's really made it happen to the popularity and success that he's had with that instrument. But at my time, that also gave great incentive for people to try to play it.
Yeah.
And that was very special about it. So your instrument's cool.
Yeah, I guess. Most people think of it as a graceful instrument, not really meant for
Yeah.
hip hop or pop or something.
Yeah, well, each instrument each instrument does something different to everybody that listens to it.
Yeah.
And the flute's very soothing
Yeah.
and very relaxing, depending on what it's being played with.
Yeah.
Oh, this is good stuff. All right, so you plan on continuing these lessons with the flute. So, of course, it's very odd to ask a 9-year-old today, but I will. What do you want to do when you get a little bit older? Do you continue to see the flute in your future? Or?
Yeah, and maybe get like a bigger flute or a smaller flute. Maybe try and play the piccolo. I don't know.
So what's the difference between the bigger and smaller flute like the one you're playing now? What is it, more notes?
Well, this is the C flute, which is the regular flute.
Key
I
of
would
C.
say.
What? Are you telling me that flutes come in keys?
Oh, yeah. There's multiple different flutes.
Oh, there's...
all sorts of different kinds.
Yeah.
Annie's played them all, I believe, at our Flute Academy camp, or close to a lot of them.
Yeah, I've played piccolo. I can't really play it that well. Well, I've played all of these. I played piccolo, E flat flute, C flute, alto flute, bass flute, contrabass, and yeah, that's it.
So teach me something, Lindsay. She's playing a C flute. Would that mean there are no sharps and flats on that flute?
I mean, basically what that means is that she plays in concert pitch, so she doesn't have to like change the notes that she plays. Like, she's going to play with an orchestra, she just plays what's on the page.
Right, but my point being, let me see that flute. Just hold it up for me. So those notes that are on that flute right there are C to C, but there's no sharps and flats, okay? Am I correct there? Because if she was going to play an E flat flute, there's going to be a lot more things on there than that one. Am I right or wrong, little Annie?
I think
You don't know.
a bit wrong.
Yeah, so you can still play. It doesn't matter.
Can you play me a flat note on that right now?
A flat, okay.
What are you going to play? Play me a B flat.
Okay, B flat.
It's an ugly sound, by the way. Not bad. And then play the C.
C, okay.
See, to the ears, it's just so much, much brighter or uplifting than those flat notes. But boy, I could see the challenge, man, at that age to do that. My
Yeah,
goodness
it's a
gracious.
lot to memorize. So when you get into different flutes,
F sharp,
F sharp, okay.
one of my favorites. Can you play multiple notes at the same time on a flute?
Not really.
Okay, so there's single notes?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
there are different like techniques, and I don't know if you know them yet,
Yeah.
where you can start to like use your tongue and,
Wow.
and air in a different way
Oh
to make
my
things
goodness
flutter.
gracious. Well,
Yeah.
with all instruments we've learned, you can play them the rest of your life.
Absolutely. I mean, I still take lessons.
There's no end.
Yeah. A musician is always growing. It's especially when adults come into the school and they say, "Oh, well, maybe it's too late for me." No
way.
No way.
I think Bartis would like that instrument.
Oh yeah, you
think
think he
that-
can play Metallica on the flute?
I think that he would be good. He looks like Jethro a little.
Oh.
He's starting to look like Jethro, and he could use a couple lessons. We should comp him a couple free lessons.
I would say that would
Honestly.
be very fair for
He
all the
loves
effort
music.
he does.
He loves music. Loves it.
Well, he said he was going to come in and play Metallica on every instrument in our instrument petting zoo yesterday. So
Did he?
I don't know. I missed it.
You'd still be there right now.
All right.
Maybe a
I'd
couple.
love to see Metallica on the trombone.
Maybe a couple of singing lessons.
Okay, yeah, we could do
By
that.
you.
We could do some screaming lessons.
Well, you mean you got to sing first.
That's true. That's true.
Annie, do you have anything else for us you're going to play this morning?
I'm gonna be playing Off She Goes.
Off she goes.
Yeah.
Okay. 9 years old, Nashua Community Schools Musician of the Month for the month of September, the last Friday of each month. She lives in Hollis, and she plays the recorder, but now she has a flute in her hand. You can watch this on the cam at WSMN1590.com. Halfway down, click on the right-hand side for the cam. Come on into the Facebook page. Has any of her friends come in there, Alyssa, to say hello to her this morning? Or
Yeah.
are we locked up?
Sherry Shaw said hello.
Do you know Sherry Shaw?
She's my flute teacher, so.
Well, of course.
She actually just shared the video of you playing.
Yay.
Wow.
There you go.
Awesome.
Oh, you got it.
Thank you, Sherry.
You have fans already, man. They got fans.
And then also Melissa Thompson. Do you know her? Melissa Longton Thompson.
Oh, that's my aunt. Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah, she said go Annie with a heart.
Is she in England?
No, she's actually here.
Okay.
So.
All right. So, what are we playing?
So this is Off She Goes. It's an Irish traditional tune. A lot of Irish music uses the flute. So playing Irish tunes or Celtic music on the flute is really, really popular. So we hope you like it.
Yeah, I think that's what you should play. Is that it? Oh, I thought there was another note there. You are
They
so good at
finished.
that
Right.
thing. You know what I mean? I mean, it's like sounds effortless. It's
Thank
to our ears. You know,
Yeah.
not a mistake. I mean, what do you do to challenge yourself? I mean, honestly, when stuff starts to you start doing the same stuff, you might get a little bored with it. What do you do to challenge yourself to?
Well, my Sherry Shaw, my flute teacher, sometimes gives me some pieces which might be for higher grades or something like that for more of a challenge.
Do you enjoy playing with someone else? If there's
Yeah.
another instrument,
I like playing duets.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's a bit weird when you both make a mistake at the same time and you don't know what to do and you're just looking at each other.
But the audience doesn't know that.
Yeah, nobody knows that unless you make it clear.
You got to fake it till you make it.
You got to, it happens. It does happen. It happens to pros as well. But I am just proud. So your family's got to be so proud of how proficient you are on that thing at your age. What is it that you want to do when you get older?
Well, as I said before, I would want to play some bigger flutes, smaller flutes.
Do you want to be in an orchestra at some point?
Yes, maybe.
Maybe. You got plenty of time to think about that, okay? Great job.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Does she have anything else she wants to play, or?
Those were her featured tunes for today.
Right. Do you have anything that you might want to play that's not on the featured tune list that you just want to ad-lib on? Yeah, you're getting put on the spot right now. Don't look at her. Don't look at Lindsay. Is there anything else you want to play? Just want to give us something?
I think I'm good.
Okay. Well, you did a great job. And thank you for being in the studio and the Nashua Community Music School Student of the Month. I know that we'll see you in the future, and bright things are headed your way. And your family does a great job in supporting you with that.
And Sherry said you did a great job.
Sherry said you did a good job.
Yay.
So listen, that's just also should help give incentive to those of you out there that might like to take up an instrument yourself or for your children as well. Reach out to the Nashua Community Music School, and they can help you with anything you want when it comes to music, from singing to drumming to fluting, trombone, you name it, piano, of course. They have that. And if you're over 50, well, you might want to sign up for the 3-week class for the seniors. That starts at 11 a.m., and Judy Porter will be in on Monday to talk more about that. Lindsay, great job. Great job at the place last night. Carry on. Have a great day. Enjoy your October.
Thank you so much, George.
We didn't miss
Pleasure
anything,
being here always.
All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll come right back. We're live overlooking downtown Main Street. WSMN1590.com is the website.
Buying or selling a home? Call Paul Bergeron, Realtor and Associates at Keller Williams Realty at 897-5021 for a free 1-hour